What's new at Charlie's? What's new at Charlie's? Still on Main.
Hi, welcome back to another edition of What's New at Charlie's. Well, hey, one of the great things about opening a great bottle of whiskey with friends is having friends over. So, you know, today we invited a friend, Scott, when we opened a really nice bottle. We thought, Scott, welcome to the video. You guys remember Scott from the Eagle Rare pick? He was helping us out with that. And I think you all know my friend, Mr. Don Williams, the Bourbon Fool.
Charlie, Scott, hey, Scott, this will tell you how you rank based on the quality of the bottle we're opening.
So, today we're going to open a bottle of Pabst Blue Ribbon Whiskey. It says right on the label, aged 5 seconds in a barrel. So, I think we know what we're dealing with here. We're excited for it. I've heard about it. Just found a bottle, so I can't wait to try it. But I did think one thing, boys. Y'all look like you could use a cool one. So I'm thinking we might need a chaser with this one.
Absolutely.
So what would be better to chase it with than a nice cool Pabst? So, Don, what do you know about this?
Well, let me tell you that Pabst has been in partnership with New Holland Brewery for a while. New Holland is making their whiskey for them.
Wow, right here in Michigan, huh?
Right here in Michigan and right across the lake from Milwaukee.
Nice.
So very, very convenient. And I have to tell you, I have a lot of history with Pabst Blue Ribbon, all the way back to my high school days.
We all do.
But I cannot think of the brand without thinking of a gentleman who recently passed away, who was one of those people you run into in life who was a gentleman. He was a veteran, he was a gentleman, he had a great family, he was a good man. And Max Bott, we're dedicating this to you. We miss you and a lot of people miss you.
Well, cheers, Max. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Max worked for Pabst Blue Ribbon for 30 years.
Wow, dude. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's cool. Well, to Max, man. So let's see what this whiskey looks like. So, made in Michigan. So it does say here on the, it's got an interesting mash bill.
It does. Very interesting.
It is 52% corn, 27% malted barley, which is a really high barley count. 17% wheat and 4% rye.
Now the reason that mash bill is like that is they wanted to take a look at what the founder of Pabst would have done, what grains he would have had available to him back 175 years ago.
Right.
So that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to be emblematic of an original grain bill that the Pabst company would have been. And the founder of the Pabst company was Jacob Best, and it was actually Best Brewing Company until they adapted the Pabst name. So realistically, it's got a lot of history, and that's what they tried to do with the mash bill, is make it back to the pioneer days.
Okay. Now, wasn't there somewhere in the history he was a distiller too, or?
Yes, and early on, they think that he was distilling, and back then, barrels would have not been available. They wouldn't have been, so he would have made something similar to this, which back in the day was moonshine. You know, the only reason this is not called a moonshine right now is because it passes through wood for 5 seconds.
Which is awesome. So I wonder if there's any future plans to age some of this, you know, in a barrel and make a real bourbon out, because with that mash bill, it'd be cool to see down the road if that shows up.
And I would assume that somebody at New Holland's probably thinking about that.
Yeah.
You know, New Holland's pretty innovative. You know, Dragon's Milk beer, and
Yeah.
their beer barrel bourbon was,
Yeah.
you know, a trendsetter when it first came out. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's probably somebody looking at that. But right now, this is so popular as what I'm going to call a white whiskey. They don't call it that, but I'm going to call it a white
Sure.
whiskey. That they can't keep it on the shelf, so they might just keep making it like this for a while.
That's awesome. So yeah. So this would be kind of like a white dog that we would call something right out of the still.
Pretty much.
Yeah. At any of the other distilleries. So, Scott, since you're the guest, I'm going to give you the first privilege here of
Thank you.
a little pour. And Don. All right, here we go.
Thank you,
Cheers,
everybody.
boys. Oh, it smells like a white dog.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is barley forward.
A lot of barley. A little sweet corn, though, too.
Sweet corn.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot too.
It's hot. What is this? What's the proof on this, Don? You know?
80 proof.
80 proof. Okay. All right. Drinks a little hotter.
So I came prepared. I'm going to make my own little Pabst Mosa here.
Yeah, so do we. We came prepared too.
We did, we're good.
We're gonna chase it. Woo.
Now, that is really interesting with the sweet juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
It's a good mixer.
Well,
yeah.
It's different. It's got a barley taste to it,
Yeah.
Which is a bit different.
Right. Yeah. It's just a fun product, though. It's cool, you know.
It is.
So the bottle showed up here last week. I've showed it to a few people. Obviously, I hadn't opened it until tonight. You guys were here, but everyone was excited about it. Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, yeah." So Pabst is also making like coffee drinks and seltzers, and you know.
Coffee drinks are good.
As a matter of fact, I went out to buy these Pabst today, and I could find everything but Pabst. Well, in 30 packs, but I wanted a couple for us. But yeah, they had seltzers and coffees and other things. So Pabst is going all in, man. So,
All in.
but
I can't help myself. I got to ask you, gentlemen. I found out today the reason Milwaukee became one of the beer capitals of America.
okay,
Most of the beer was made in Chicago until the Great Chicago Fire. And multiple breweries and distilleries burned down, and a lot of them grew in Milwaukee as a result of the fire. They
Really?
actually became, and that's where Pabst was headquartered. So a very interesting historical thing.
I figure it was for the Harley riders
It could be.
and all the bowling.
That's true.
Isn't it the bowling capital?
Milwaukee, no, for a long time Detroit was.
Oh,
actually.
really? Okay. All right. Well, cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Scott,
Cheers.
thanks for
Thanks
joining
for
us. Don, thanks for all the info. And
Definitely come by and try some.
yeah, come by and try it here, or grab a bottle with your friends, like we did.
Exactly.
When's the next time you're ever going to get a chance to try Pabst Blue Ribbon Whiskey?
Exactly. Yeah. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Charlie's